Good morning, it's Christina with INFINITI of Denver. Today we're looking at this 2018 QX60. It's packaged with the backup collision intervention. So basically the backup collision intervention, as the INFINITI video says, uses our sonar. So our little sonar on the back of the car projects out the back of the car, letting us know if we're coming up to an object, and will apply the brakes for us. So I wanted to try this out before I actually made the video, just so I felt comfortable understanding how it works, because I've never used this before. Just like a lot of you folks out there probably have never used something like this in your car. My car does not have this. So I wanted to try it before I made a video, because I was honestly really nervous about this technology and making sure I'm not backing up our dealership car into another car and basically having to pay our deductible, which is something I'm really not excited about doing. So I can personally vouch that this system does work, and you need to be under 5 miles an hour to make it work. So I'll kind of show you how it works a little bit here. So hopping into the car, you can make sure that this system is on. I'm going to use the steering wheel controls here. I'm going to press this button. It will change the settings here. We're going to go over to settings, which is a little gear. Whoops, went a little bit too far. So go ahead and click on the settings. You're going to hit enter on this. Okay, you've got driving aids. Go ahead and go past that onto the backup collision intervention system. Click on that. Ignition on, status on. That means that the system is on. So going back, I like to kind of just clear it out. Go on to our little car here. I'm going to go ahead and drive forward. So I'm putting the car into drive. Okay. Moving the car forward. Making sure that we are under 5 miles an hour. Putting the car into reverse. You see we've got our round view monitor camera there. Now I'm going to go ahead and back up into the car behind us. Again, makes me really nervous. You can see on the dash the backup collision intervention thing is popping up. So resting my hand here, got my head up, looking at the backup camera, making sure that we are under 5 miles an hour. Car did go ahead. That was a car applying the brakes. I had my foot hovering just over the brake just to make sure, but you can see the car did apply the brakes for me. It's a little hard to show in the video. You can see that we're now in the yellow zones. You've got 3 zones on your car. You've got, I'm gonna go ahead and drive forward just so it quits beeping on us when I'm making the video. You've got 3 zones when you're backing up. You've got a green created by your sonar, letting you know you've still got some space. You've got a yellow and then a red, letting you know you better go ahead and stop. So, and then you've got actually your moving object detection, which is something I'd like to point out on this video as well. What that does is basically, if something is moving on either side or coming up behind you, the camera will let you know. With both, like on the screen it will do the visual with the green, yellow, or red on the camera, and it will also have that audible beeping noise as well. Now you can see when I did put the car into reverse, the mirrors do tilt down so that you can see a little bit better outside of the car. So I am proud to say I have tried a backup collision intervention. It makes me still very, very nervous because I haven't used this technology a lot, but I do trust that it is going to go ahead and stop the car for me. So if you have any questions, definitely don't hesitate to ask. And I will be kind of trying out a few of these other things as we go along. So far, I do know I love, this is our blind spot monitor. I'm not sure if you can see it with the lighting here. We put ours on the inside of the car rather than on the mirror, just because on the outside of the car, your mirror is affected by weather changes. We all know here in Colorado, the weather changes like crazy, hot and cold. So it's a little bit better and reliable to have it on the inside of the car. It does take a little bit of getting used to if you're used to it being on your mirror. But you can see it out of the corner of your eye when you're driving. And of course this car is pretty well packaged, so it does have the heated exterior mirrors too. But I could go on all day, but that's enough for the blind backup collision intervention. If you have questions, do let me know. I'm happy to follow up and answer anything that you have a question on, because I'm still learning and I really appreciate questions from folks like you guys because it helps me to learn something too. So thank you guys for your time today, and I hope you have a wonderful Friday.